How's it going, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing A Quiet Place and giving my opinions on what I thought about it and what I liked about it. Now, this movie really took me by surprise because I didn't really hear that much about it before it came out. I only saw one trailer for it, but even the trailer intrigued me right away. And what also I found interesting about it was that John Krasinski was not only starring in this movie, which is different from what he usually does, being comedy, and he's also the one who directed it, which I find interesting though. I really do like it when actors extend from what they're used to, such as comedy or drama, whatever the one genre you're used to. And I like it when they branch out and try other kinds of films because it really shows you just how much more they are capable of doing. And I really think he did a great job in directing this movie as well as starring in it. And this movie is basically about a family involved in a situation where it seems like aliens took over, or at least, turned our world into a worse place, and they have to find ways to survive and maintain a low profile because these aliens are blind, but they are drawn by sound, and these sounds seem to really show where their targets are, and they come straight to them, and it's a disaster. So it's really important that they stay quiet in order to survive. That means that they can't even talk, they can't make sounds with their shoes, they can't move around things in their homes because even that's really loud. So it's really crazy, and that's what I appreciate about this film. It really took you into its own little world. I felt like I needed to be quiet in certain scenes watching this movie because I felt like if I didn't, then I was going to be the next target of these creatures. And I think that's why this movie did a great job, because it really made me feel like I was a part of its world. And I really enjoyed the portrayal of Emily Blunt's character that she plays as well, because she does a great job. She's always wanting to protect her children. She's also making sure that everything is well in the house, and she really does a great job in this role too. And I feel like that connection she has with John Krasinski, them being a real couple, that helped. That really made you feel the connection they had. And it was amazing because, aside from this movie being about survival, it also shows you just the things that a family has to go through in their own lives because, they have troubles. They have things they have to get over as well. And it's not easy, and not to mention in this kind of world. It really shows you just how much one has to go through depending on the situations, and sometimes we're not even willing to face our problems and our issues. So I really think that this movie did a great job in exploring situations that have to do with personal life as well as a sci-fi genre situation where it's all about survival as well. This movie was really great. It had great intense scenes. It had great acting. It had great CGI on the creatures, by the way. There were, I would say that they didn't show them that much, but when they did, you can tell that they did a great job. They put a lot of effort into the way they look, into the way they sound, into the way they move. It was cool seeing the style of these creatures. It's different, and I really liked it. It seems like this movie really hit it off, and I'm glad because I like it when these kind of movies, they're not like big budget movies and they still manage to do well, because I like it when these kind of movies really do hit. It's almost like the director or the people working on this film take a chance. And, you don't always know if the movie's gonna be a hit, but I'm glad it was a hit because it shows that sometimes you just have to take a chance, and those chances will pay off if you give it your best, and you are sure that you are capable of completing this project. And that's where this movie did really well. I really liked it. It seems like a lot of other people liked it, and I'm glad because this means we can get more of these kind of movies, the stories that individuals have to tell, and it's great. And I really like this kind of genre in this kind of movie because I really like the way it explores, survival as well as the things that a family has to go through in their own home. You see that in moments of fear and in moments of survival, it's when you really realize that you have to confront your life problems and make sure that you're on a good spot with your family because you just don't know what's going to happen next. And I feel like one of the other movies that does that well for me is the movie Signs, because I really like that because you not only worry about them because they're facing a situation that has to do with aliens, but also because you see that family in that movie had a lot of things to go through, and that's what helped them survive, getting through those life issues. And in this movie, I feel like that was somewhat similar. It dealt with survival, not just because of what's around them, but because what they were dealing with, what they were hiding. And that's really, really cool, if you ask me, because I think those kind of stories, when it's done well, it makes you think really about your own life choices and what's happening in your life. And I appreciate that the movie makers really, really do well in exploring these issues and these life problems, as well as add sci-fi to it, which is cool and awesome on its own already. So I really liked the movie. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray because I really want to watch it again and again, just like you guys. And it's awesome to add this to my movie collection. So those are my thoughts on the movie, and I hope you enjoyed my review of the movie, and I hope that you guys look forward to more movies like this, more movies that are, you know, feel like individually on its own, doesn't feel like a big Hollywood company are the ones that came up with the idea, in a room of writers. This movie feels like it came obviously from like a couple of people. They thought about it, they explored it, and it turned out to be amazing. So yeah, I hope we get more of these kind of movies. So with that, I leave you guys, and I hope you enjoyed my review. And don't forget that on Bri Bri's channel, it's movie time all the time.